The airport smelled like burned coffee and recycled air. My son's hand tightened around mine as we walked toward Gate 17. He'd been quiet all morning, unusual for a 7-year-old about to board his first flight. I chalked it up to nerves. We were leaving everything behind. The house where his father died, the bedroom I hadn't slept in since the funeral, the grave I visited every Sunday until I couldn't anymore. 3 years. 3 years of widow's weeds and sympathetic glances and casseroles from neighbors who didn't know what else to offer. This trip was supposed to be our reset. Then, my son stopped walking. His face drained white. "Mom," he whispered, voice trembling, "that's Dad." My breath caught. I followed his gaze across the terminal. Gate 19. A man stood there, tall, dark hair graying at the temples, same build, same stance, weight shifted slightly to the left from an old soccer injury. Marcus, my dead husband, alive, with a woman draped on his arm like expensive jewelry. She laughed at something he said, tilted her head back, blonde hair cascading over shoulders draped in designer wool. He smiled. That smile. The one I buried, the one I mourned, the one I grieved alone while our son asked why Daddy wasn't coming home. My knees didn't buckle. They locked. Something inside me went very, very still. I steered my son into a bathroom, locked us in a stall. He was shaking, crying. "Is it him? Did Daddy come back?" "No, sweetheart." My voice sounded like someone else's, calm, distant. "It just looks like him." But I'd seen his hands, the scar across his left knuckle from cutting vegetables the night he proposed. The way he adjusted his watch, counterclockwise, always counterclockwise. Marcus did that. This man did that. I held my son until his breathing steadied, then bought him a tablet from the terminal shop and headphones that swallowed his small head, loaded up cartoons, tucked him into our seats on the plane. Then I walked. Gate 19 was 3 down. They were boarding first class. I watched from behind a column. She handed him her carry-on. He took it without being asked. The gesture was practiced, familiar. How long had he been alive while I taught our son to say goodbye? The announcements blurred together. My vision narrowed to a pinpoint. His face, her hand on his chest, the boarding passes they handed over. Same flight, same destination. My hands didn't shake when I returned to our seats. They felt like stone. I spent the flight pretending to sleep. Behind closed lids, I cataloged everything. The life insurance payout, $2 million, paid out after the closed casket funeral, body too damaged from the car accident, they said. The death certificate signed by Dr. Raymond Voss, Marcus's college roommate. The ashes I scattered at his favorite beach. Whose ashes? I'd never asked, never thought to ask. Grief makes you stupid, makes you trust, makes you swallow every lie because the alternative is too monstrous to consider. But I wasn't grieving anymore. I was calculating. 2 rows ahead, in first class, my dead husband ordered a whiskey. I heard his voice through the curtain, still his voice, still the man who held me the night my mother died, still the man who walked our son to kindergarten, still the man who faked his death and let us mourn. At baggage claim, I kept distance, watched them collect matching Toomey luggage, watched them climb into a Mercedes with a driver who called him Mr. Sheridan. New name, new life, same wedding band on his finger. I memorized the license plate.
The hotel concierge was helpful. $500 gets you a lot of information in tourist towns. Mr. and Mrs. Sheridan, penthouse suite, week-long stay, anniversary trip. I laughed in the elevator. The sound startled my son. "You okay, Mom?" "Perfect, baby. Everything's perfect." That night, I made calls. My lawyer, the one who handled the estate. My insurance investigator friend from college. And finally, Detective Chen, from the precinct where Marcus's case was filed. I didn't mention resurrection. Just asked about files, procedures, what constitutes fraud. By morning, I had enough. The accident was staged. The body, a John Doe from the morgue, cremated before identification. Dr. Voss's signature bought for $30,000 and a cocaine habit Marcus helped create. The insurance money split 3 ways. Marcus, Dr. Voss, and her, the woman on his arm, his paralegal from the firm where he worked, where I'd met him 10 years ago. Fresh out of law school, eyes bright with ambition. She'd been there too. Younger then. Quieter. Waiting. I knocked on their suite at 8 a.m. She answered. Froze. "Hello, Diane," I said. Marcus appeared behind her. Saw me. Saw our son holding my hand. His face shattered. I held up my phone. On the screen, police report, insurance fraud documentation, recorded call with Dr. Voss, who sang like a canary when offered immunity. "You have 2 choices," I said quietly. "Prison, or you sign everything over, every dollar, every asset, every penny you stole from your son's future." Diane's mouth opened. No sound came out. Marcus reached for me. I stepped back. "Don't." My voice could have frozen oceans. He signed. Both of them. In the hotel lobby. With my lawyer on video call and a notary I'd paid triple to arrive within the hour. Every account, every property purchased with blood money, returned. Diane cried. Marcus looked at our son. "Can I?" "No." One word. Final. Our son didn't even look at him. He was watching cartoons on his tablet. Headphones on. Safe. On the flight home, my son asked if the man looked less like Daddy now. "Yes," I said. "Just a stranger." He nodded. Went back to his show. I stared out the window at clouds that looked like graves. Some people are dead long before they're buried. And some resurrections are just another kind of haunting. But ghosts can't touch you if you stop believing they're real. I never looked back.